Yo, what is going on, guys? GZTV back with another video. This is the final video of the morning. We are back here with some new music to talk about. This week wasn't great for music, but I guess it wasn't bad. So let's get into it. I don't really have time to waste. We have a new track from Post Malone, Chemical. Didn't really care for this track. I mean, it kind of just sounded like every other Forever 21 Mall Bop. I don't know. I mean, it didn't really sound that great. I don't think Post Malone's really. I mean, artistically, I don't think Post Malone's going in the right direction. He just opened a Raising Cane's, which was kind of cool, in his hometown in Utah. So that was cool. That was maybe a really cool moment to like promote the song, but it wasn't that good. Yeah, I say we move on to NLE Choppa's brand new album, Cottonwood 2. Honestly, not a bad album here. Memphis rapper NLE Choppa's first official release was the 2019 EP Cottonwood, which featured some breakout tracks, But as his career advanced, including his 2020 debut studio album Top Shot, released when he was just 17, something didn't sit right with him about that first impression. The full-length 22-track sequel, Cottonwood 2, is the result a too rare example of a young star reacting to a sudden success with self-control and wisdom beyond his 20 years. The discipline extended to the way he worked in the studio, preparing more and freestyling less, so like he can actually rap. And you can kind of tell, the evolution of NLE Choppa. So, yeah, one of his heroes, Lil Wayne, is on this album. He had Do It Again with Too Rare, which went extremely viral on TikTok. Lil Wayne's track was pretty good. Obviously, like 504 was on here, Kevin Gates, Duke Deuce, Polo G, G Herbo, Rick Ross, all sorts of good things. But the Rick Ross track is really what surprised me. I really messed with that Rick Ross track. NLE Choppa rapping his ass off. This is like the best we've ever heard him rap. I think it was epic. I think it was really cool. So I don't really have much to say about that project. I might come back to a couple of the songs. But moving on to Pierre Bourne, we have a brand new EP, Grails. There's some very interesting vibes on here. Pierre Bourne kind of changing up his sound. A lot of guitar-driven tracks on here, a lot of emotional love songs, I guess. IG and Honeyberry 2 were obviously singles for this thing, so there were 6 new tracks I listened to this week, and they were pretty good. I don't think any song was necessarily bad. I think George Lopez was pretty fire. Chicken and Waffles, pretty dope track there for Pierre. Obviously IG and Honeyberry 2 were some solid singles. Sorry, I'm really tired, but I don't really have much to say. I'm kind of just gonna breeze through these tracks just to kind of acknowledge that they at least dropped. But Young Blue came out with a new album, Love Scars 2. I didn't listen to a lot of it. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really dig any of the tracks I listened to on this album. I'm not a fan of his sound that much. The sequel to the Alabama Singer and Rapper's 2020 EP. He had Ty Dolla $ign and Chris Brown on here. Obviously, great vocalists. We know that Young Blue's gonna have good vocalists on his albums. Hot Sauce by 504, and obviously a decent amount of hype around it. There's a music video. Don't really care for drill music that much. Princess Diana with Ice Spice and Nicki Minaj, probably one of the more iconic collabs of the year. I don't know if Ice Spice has worked with Nicki Minaj before, maybe, but obviously they're a great duo. They come from the same type of style, maybe. They can both rap. I think Ice Spice can rap. If you want to say she's generic, I guess you can, but not a bad track. Obviously, the music video had a Twitter and a spiral, or they're just going crazy. I don't know, a lot of horny motherfuckers on that app. But Hot Boy dropped a What the Fuck remix with Polo G. This is probably one of my favorite Hot Boy songs. I think this song is pretty dope. Polo G added a little bit to it. I haven't really been a fan of Polo G recently, but I think he added a decent amount. Doughboy has a track, Roll the Dice, with Dej Loaf. Dej Loaf, obviously very iconic over the last decade, so it was cool to see her kind of return on a track with somebody, and it wasn't bad. I don't really have much to say. I've had some pretty bad things to say about Doughboy in the past. I have nothing against him, but yeah, Dro Kenji dropped his single Arsonist. Dro Kenji has an interesting style. He's not who you'd like expect him to be as an artist. I don't know. I don't know if that means anything, but yeah. Dominic Fike dropped a song Dancing in the Courthouse. I saw him on Euphoria. I saw he was dropping a new song. I figured I'd check it out. Obviously, I watched Euphoria like a year or two ago, but I figured I'd check it out. It's not bad. It's a cool style. He's kind of like an alternative artist. I mean, usually I'm kind of limited to rap with a mix of some R&B and pop, but this was definitely in a different direction. Young Chris with Pull Up. Chris's voice is kind of funny to me. I don't know. I don't really have anything to say about the song. We gotta get going. Acted Bad with Be Love and Too Rare. Either Be Love or Too Rare is like the male version of Ice Spice. I literally listened to the song. They were using the same flows, all that stuff. There's not really a problem because obviously Ice Spice is popping. But yeah, I'm just getting through the undercard here. OGZ and Tyga collab on Chrome Hearted. Two like West Coast, two like club banger artists. I guess that's kind of cool. I don't really have much to say about that track. Bones, Eddie Baker, and Xavier will come together for 80s Montage. I really like the style of this song. Bones has been around for years and years, and probably decades at this point. He's worked with a lot of good artists like A$AP Rocky, and I respect him. And when I saw he was working with Xavier Wolf, an upcoming artist, I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. I mean, this song had a really cool sound to it. But anyways, Omarion dropped Serious. Omarion was pretty iconic in the 2010s, so I decided to give this track a listen. G Perico, RJ, and Mr. LA with Pay Dues. The Omarion song was cool. He had cool vocals. G Perico didn't really care for it. Wasn't really that memorable. This week overall wasn't great. I mean, I guess there's a couple of tracks. Honestly, I don't know. Princess Diana with Ice Spice and Nicki Minaj might be the best song that dropped this week, just because of how iconic it was with the What the Fuck song with Polo G. There was a couple songs like Pure Born and Ellie Choppa's albums that I liked, but other than that, this week was kind of lame. I mean, at least there was some music for me to make some content for you guys with, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not really feeling this week's music, but anyways, leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff, Noti Bell, go follow the Kick, Cheesy TV live on Kick, all lowercase, might be on with my boy Greg tonight. Oh man, probably gonna go to lunch, go work on some homework, watch Walking Dead, watch the basketball games. Really excited for Lakers and Grizzlies, and yeah, I'm gonna be giving you guys an NBA recap later tonight, so you guys don't want to miss that.